We're going to be shifting our conversation now, looking at the factors that will shape entertainment in Nigeria in 2020. And just a quick backdrop. The entertainment and media industry is currently worth $7.6 billion. And it's estimated that by the end of 2021, it would have crossed the $8 billion mark. That's a lot of money. I have two guests here who know a lot about this. Bemi Ereku and Akinyemi Ayoluwa. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, there's a lot to talk about. Entertainment is doing well. It's one of the sectors in this country that seems to be thriving in spite of government. Young people are doing great things, and in every space. I mean, music seems to be taking the lead, but Nollywood is there as well. There's a lot that's happening in that space. Let's start with music now, because it might be a big year for Nigeria with the Grammys coming up. We might finally have our first homegrown Grammy winner in Burna Boy. I think we all think he deserves it. What are you excited most about with the music space?
Yeah, for me, I think the atmosphere is really charged. A lot of talented people are doing their utmost best, putting in a lot of work, and we're seeing shining examples. And when you have an example, an icon to look up to, you know, it kind of inspires everybody else to try to rise up to the occasion to give their best consistently. Because in music and film, we are seeing being on Netflix is now a big deal. International Nollywood stars are getting recognition outside of Nigeria, across the Atlantic. Everyone is looking like, oh, there's something special coming out of Nigeria. Yeah. And now everybody else is trying to be in front of the spotlight too. So, you know, now you see all our A-listers in music. Everyone is on jet, on a plane, flying to Cameroon, going to Gambia.
The jet life was quite intense in December. Caused a few dramas here and there. Yeah. But since I was talking about music now, I mean, there was a time when there would always be like one shining star, or the most two. Now there seems to be a plethora of, you know, names that are doing well internationally. You go online one day, there's an article about Rema in a major publication. The next day it's Tiwa Savage, then it's Burna Boy, then it's Davido, then it's Whiskey. There's all of it. There's so many names that seem to be thriving at the same time.
I think it's just an indication of Nigerian culture just permeating everywhere into the world space and the world scene, and we're being accepted internationally, and I think that's what I'm most excited about, because the pressure that we are now in the lens of the international community, you know, entertainment-wise, you know, will make us really just sit up back home and improve the quality of works that we are, you know, we're churning out and everything. Yeah. So I think it's a good time for the Nigerian music business, a good time for Nigerian entertainment as a whole.
I don't think it's...
What are we doing right? And I say that because I also feel like the other sectors in Nigeria maybe could borrow a lift. What is happening? Yeah. What is happening right in that sector?
I think we have culturally, as Nigerians, there's just that energy, there's that color, there's that excitement that we are able to just... There's that creativity. We're creative people. Even before this... decade of, you know, stars coming up. In other spheres, when it comes to playwrights, novelists, even TV producers, we've had really international, interesting characters over the years. From the 50s, 60s, we can always point to, okay, look at the likes of Fela, like the biggest iconic entertainment export out of Nigeria. We have much more. We can express ourselves, we can dig deep, to find that cultural expression that can just take over the world, and it will not stop. That's why I'm really interested. I'm really excited. There's never been a time like this where, you know, all of a sudden in 6 months and 7 months, you can have a culture product out of Nigeria, doing things outside of Nigeria, in the UK, in Paris, in Stockholm, everywhere. Yeah.
Also, I just think that it's our time because we have been prepared. You understand? They say it's a time and chance, opportunity and all that. We have been prepared back home. Like the Nigerian entertainment industry, we have been working hard over the course of, without government support. Like you said, it's driven by young people, you know, that are educated, upwardly mobile. You know, we know how to use the technology that we have been able to muster. You know, our internet penetration is still like 40%, still not there yet. But whatever we are doing, I was speaking to like one of my colleagues the other day, Mr. Easy, and I was saying that what really prepared the ground for all of this whole explosion was that Nigerian movies from the 90s all the classics really just permeated into black culture all over the world, like in the Caribbean. You know, people know, you see what happened with Osita, Aki and Popo,
Yeah,
and the
shut down
memes.
airports.
You understand? These guys
Shut
are
down.
global superstars right now because, you know, Nigerian culture has permitted all of these fairs, all of these
For almost
localities.
2 decades, I think.
So it was easy for our music to now, you know, really just
Leverage on all of that.
taking off from the UK, you know, and just disseminating to other parts of the world.
Let's talk Nollywood now, because Nollywood is also, I mean, there's a lot of issues. We know there's a lot of talk about, you know, the need to improve distribution. We need more cinemas. But I mean, we're in an Oscar conversation for the first time last year, which was crazy. And we were dropped not because of quality, but because of a technicality, basically. So we're seeing better movies being made. We're seeing a lot of new stars being born, you know. What do you see happening this year? Because, like I said, music is leading the way now. Nollywood is doing quite well, but what do you want to see more happen there?
I believe it would only get better. Like when you open up your phone and you see a news like, oh, a film did 200 million or 500 million.
I see those numbers every day. I'm like, what is going on?
Exactly. So it would only get better because people want to beat the standard.
Yeah.
Nigerians are very energetic people, and we like to show off like, oh, I'm better than you. Okay, you've been nominated for the Oscars. I will be the next. And it is possible because it is now the culture that when you come up with a great product, there is now a ready market for it. Now you can show up cinemas in the UK. Yeah. Now cinemas are springing up everywhere in Lagos. And there's actually a plan to move up from like 120 cinemas across Nigeria to like hit 500. And it would only get better because everyone wants to have a piece of the action. So I think they will up the ante. There'll be more money. Hopefully all professionals connected would also benefit.
Are there people in particular you're excited about in the movie industry? Because there was a time when it was, we're not going to mention them, but we know the big eight who were running sort of the acting scene in Nigeria. They're still there doing quite well. But there's many new faces. There's Adesua, there's Timini, there's all of these young, fresh faces in Nollywood.
I think what I'm really more excited about for Nollywood is that gradually we're trying to build infrastructure to help the industry. We have seen a resurgence of the cinema culture over the past 5
Still not enough cinemas.
Still not enough cinemas, but like, you know, I think when I was growing up, there were a lot of cinemas in the 80s. There were cinemas in Warri. There were cinemas,
they all shut down.
All of them shut down due to the economic situation. But now there's a resurgence. I think we have about 4 or 5 players. You know, there was Donald Duke built a Nollywood villa of the sorts. Someone in Calabar. I don't know how functional it is right now.
Not very functional.
There was a cinema there.
Yeah, there was.
But kudos to people like Mo Abudu with Ebony Life.
Luxury spot, yes.
So I think that's what's most exciting about the Nollywood space, you know. Not particularly about
the stars.
Star players.
How much of a role do you think Netflix is going to play? Because you mentioned Netflix, and I mean, anybody who is subscribed to that streaming service will notice that in the last 4 or 5 months, there's just a pouring of Nollywood content on there. And I mean, there's even a clip or something from Fowles the Bad Guy, I believe, his concerts as well. Yeah. So there's even an angle for music as well.
Now, don't forget that the streaming wars would really, really manifest. The likes of Amazon, the likes of Apple, everyone is looking to, you know, compete with each other, use content to drive their product. Yeah. And then there will be more opportunities for content creators. So now because we all consume from the same bowl now, music, film, the world is more connected than ever digitally. So when you put your offering, your film, you're sure to get some eyeballs. Yeah. People would watch on services like Netflix and the likes. Yeah. So with the resurgence of that competition, of the streaming war, everyone would be coming with different offers. Oh, we need you to give us 3, 4. Trust me, I have some kind of private information. Some of our local filmmakers are already getting offers to shoot like 3 set of films for the likes of Netflix, for, you know, and it will be big. Yeah. And when these things happen, if you do like 100 million, I'm trying to do 200, and the next generation is looking at, oh, we can actually do this. Yeah. And the younger people can say, oh, let's take advantage of
Yeah.
All these platforms that are manifesting, let's put out products, let's try to beat the next generation.
Yeah.
And
I want to talk about social media because it's a very, I think it has probably been responsible for a lot of what's happening now. You find celebrities who in 5-6 months have built a cult fan base. I mean, Naira Marley is a very good example, who just last year, from January to December, became
after the
this...
EFCC endorsement.
Exactly, suddenly became this...
promotion.
I don't know what to call him, but I mean, Instagram is probably the most powerful tool for a lot of artists and celebrities in entertainment generally. But we're also hearing about, they're going to be taking away likes. There's all of these conversations going on there. How strong will Instagram still be for entertainment this year?
Well, I think the social media platforms are a great way for celebrities to connect directly with their fans. Before the advent of all this, you had to go through
radio interviews, newspaper
TV
interviews.
like this, which a lot of people were not opportune to get access to. But with social media, you can connect and communicate directly with your fans. It's direct, you understand? Yeah. So I think whether you take away likes
no more gatekeepers, no more gatekeepers.
No more gatekeepers. Whether you take away likes or not, or whatever, people will still be able to connect with their core fan base and their following. And it's a good thing for the industry. It's like a disruption.
Yeah.
It's a good thing for fan engagement, for feedback,
Yeah.
And
so it's still going to be strong. I want to do some predictions now. And something I want to talk about is albums. Because it looks like there was a time when singles were the thing. You drop 2-3 singles in a year, you are good because 30 December is going to bring plenty money for you. Yeah. All you need is one hit, and you get booked for all the shows. But do you see albums becoming a thing again, or EPs? I mean, we saw some of the big names drop things toward the end of the year last year. Do you still think it's going to be a singles culture going on?
I think the debate is yet to really... the debate is still on.
Yeah.
If it's best that I get like a couple of singles and I'm able to, have momentum towards the last quarter of the year. So, but again, I'm thinking because now we have streaming platforms and we have a lot of attention in direction of Afropop or Afrobeats, people now understand that the more catalog, the more songs that I have making up a catalog in a given year, because I already have monthly listeners, I already have a fan base that is ready to consume. Let me keep to serving them.
Yeah.
How do you explain Davido just not dropping an album for like 6 years?
Yeah.
Because there's already a fan base. I can keep giving them every month, like Mr. Easy is doing. Every other month, I'm shooting a video, I'm dropping a song with a big artist. I keep building up different income streams from each copyright that I'm creating. So I don't think anyone can authoritatively state that, singles won't work, it's better you do EPs, but the smart guys, they know that at the end of my career, I should be able to say, this was what my discography gave. I have like 6 albums, I have 20 albums.
The body of work is still the body of work.
Exactly.
Yeah. First of all, I think why we do a lot of singles here, the Nigerian market is a singles market. Basically, if you work in the industry, you know that you have to be giving them singles. A lot of Nigerians don't actually tune into albums like that or compilations or body of work. But if you want to take your career to the next level and really play on the international field, then you have to have a body of work to back whatever acclaim that you think that you have as an artist, as a creative. And so I think that's why a body of work is very important. I think that there are huge stars in Nigeria right now that don't have a body of work. Like Techno doesn't have a body of work. But he has hit singles. He went on a terrific run that even attracted Drake. So you should know that Nigeria is a single market. But if you really want to scale to the international level and be a global star, then you need a body of work to back you. If not, if you have a body of work, you ain't gonna get a Grammy nomination.
Exactly.
Well, something else I wanted to talk about, still talking about predictions, is about the international markets. I mean, Afrobeats, like you said, is exploding internationally. Everybody wants to collaborate with someone from here or sort of jump on a track. But there's people who say it's a phase. We've had that with Raga Dancehall. We've had that with house music. Do you think it's a phase? And if it is a phase, how do we stop it from just being a phase?
Well, I don't think it's a phase. I think we have done our work over the years, you understand. Will the attention dwindle a little bit? Probably over time. But because we have our industry And our industry dominates Africa. Don't forget that. Our industry, if you go to Ghana, if you go to Sierra Leone,
Kenya.
90% of the airplay is Nigerian music. So it might be a phase on the global scene, but we have our own front and we're dominating.
Yeah.
And I think Afrobeats will go to the next level.
For me, I'd like to say something. For me, the attention, like you said, might dip a bit. But don't forget, like I said earlier, we are very expressive. We like to dance. We like, as long as we're still making videos to dance, to twerk to, and the likes, we'll be here for a while. More importantly, if we keep the funding coming and we have people to invest, it's still going to be something that we can applaud and enjoy globally.
Yeah. I want to talk, since you mentioned invest there, what are some things that we can be looking at this year with regards to investments? Cinemas, maybe? I know with music now, there's a lot of talk about, do we still need record labels, for example? Because things like YouTube, people drop their music on there, they get paid off of just being streamed. There's YouTube videos, there's all of these streaming platforms for their singles. Are record labels still a thing? Do people need to invest in things like that? Cinemas, of course, definitely. What are you looking at investment-wise?
Okay, for us to really scale, I subscribe to a newsletter that actively curates what's going on in the UK, the creative industry. And the methodology behind funding it, to making sure that instead of having just one filmmaker, let's have 100. Because if we empower more people, we're able to connect more people by funding well-structured companies and entities. It will translate to jobs, to translate to more money for government via taxation, and it will keep a lot of people more engaged. We'll be able to really compete, go toe-to-toe internationally. Yeah. So that's why I think funding plays a part. We still need more record labels, we need more production houses, we need more cinemas. We just, as far as we are doing well, we shouldn't be content
with what we're doing.
With that, we should be able to look at...
Because structure is still very important.
Exactly.
Structure is very important. Very quickly now, and you have to predict, because we've mentioned the big guns. Some people say it's 3 or 4 people now. Burna Boy, Davido, Wizkid, Tiwa Savage. They're the ones who sort of are globally doing, doing it for Nigeria. But there's a new guard. And Yemi Alade, I beg your pardon. There's a new guard that seems to be coming through. There's all the boys, Fire Boys, Joe Boy. There's Rema, there's Latan, there's Naira Marley, there's Thames, there's Tenny. Who are the people you see sort of breaking into that top?
I think the next Nigerian artist that will take it to the next level on the global world scale will be Rema. Rema is primed and ready to really just take it to the next level as far as being an artist goes. Other artists like Fireboy and Joe Boy, who's doing very well with Mr. Easy and Empower, I think the future looks really, really bright for them. Because, this industry is what do I call it? Is a kid's playground. So these are the guys that are well-positioned,
Like completely packaged, not just about the music.
Yeah, to be able to.
And with Nollywood, I mean, kudos to Genevieve Naji, who got us into the Oscar conversation for the first time. Do you see this year a movie that might... I mean, we know the rules are clear.
Yeah.
So we need to do it right. Are you excited about that?
Well, we have some amazing filmmakers like Jadi Sola, like Kemi Adetiba, and you never know.
Yeah.
There just might be that film that gets global reckoning and sets up a new conversation and actually maybe try, because I don't see us getting that chance anytime soon again, for real, to be honest. I'm thinking
Why is
maybe...
that?
I just think we can't be lucky 2 years in a row.
Okay.
I just have that feeling that, we lost an opportunity to actually be in the spotlight last year. So I'm thinking maybe 2021. I'm usually optimistic, but I'm just thinking we can't be that lucky. But again, one thing I'm sure of is we would have younger filmmakers come with real quality products that will get everybody talking and buzzing.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, guys. Exciting conversation. Entertainment is always a great thing to talk about. Hopefully, Nigeria learns from all of the great things that you guys have spoken about.
So the politics can follow.
Exactly.
Also winning.
And the economy.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.